Hello, everybody. My name is Lauren Brendon. I'm the Associate Commissioner of the MIAA, and I'm very excited to be here today with Sophia Spahr from Olivet. Sophia, how are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. So tell me a little bit about yourself.
As previously stated, I am Sophia Spahr. I'm a junior here at the University of Olivet, and I'm part of the swim and dive team. I'm very involved on campus outside of the swim team. I'm about a part of about six, seven different organizations on top of that, also on top of academics. So like I'm everywhere on campus for sure.
Being a junior, you've obviously had some time competing in this conference. What has been your favorite part about competing in the MIAA and maybe your favorite rivalry?
For sure, just like the overall sense of community and just like everyone's in it together kind of situation. I know, especially with swimming, we have like a tradition where we bring like a traffic cone and we like chant with it kind of. I don't know. It's just a weird thing. We like hit on it and chant and everything. And I know like when we go to conference and stuff, it's a lot of fun because we'll like have Hope come and join us or Elma come and join us and we'll like do it with them. So like definitely like being able to connect to other schools as well.
What drew you to Division 3 specifically?
Definitely academically wise, just like the smaller classes, like I knew I would thrive in an environment that wasn't with over 100 other kids with me in class. So being able to like really connect with my fellow students, but also with the professors, and then just like still staying in the sport, but not having like a scholarship like determine if I still am able to go to the school or not.
I'm sure you're crazy busy between your studies, swimming, and the organizations that you're a part of on campus, but what hobbies do you have outside of that?
Usually I like to listen to music a lot. So if I'm not talking with people, I'm usually have a headphone in or something, just listening to music. I love music. I listen to it all the time. So really any genre of music as well. And then outside of that, I also like to read and then hang out with teammates and like watch movies and TV shows with them.
As president of Olivet Student Government Association, how do you balance your leadership responsibilities with athletics, academics, and everything else outside of that?
Definitely a lot of communication. Just like, well, one, organizing my schedule just to figure out where everyone, like everything can be and make sure I can make it to stuff. And if I can't, then communicating that out ahead of time. But also just like communicating with everyone else to be like, hey, like I'm here. If you need me, I'll be here. But like I also need the communication back from you to help make sure like everything runs smoothly between all these organizations. As well, just getting like communicating with my coach, but also my professors. So if like I need to miss something or leave early, they know what is going on and help like still help me perform to the ability I know I can.
What would you say drives your academic success, and how do you stay focused throughout that process?
What definitely drives my academic success is just learning. I love to learn, just learning anything new and like the more knowledge you gain, I love that. Like just being able to like not necessarily just be like whole random facts out, but I like to do that sometimes. Just be like, did you know, kind of thing. Just like being able to learn like anything all the time. And then also like definitely organizing my day out and knowing like what needs to go on each day to help me stay focused and like what is due when, so I know when I need to work on certain things ahead of time and all that.
You've consistently earned presidential honors, and you were recently named to the CSC Academic All District team while managing all of these other commitments. What did that mean to you to be named to both the CSC Academic All District team as well as earning all of these presidential honors?
It definitely meant a lot because it felt like everything I was putting into these like different aspects was getting seen and recognized and just being like be able to be like, yeah, like I did that. Like I feel like that's just kind of cool to say.
Your coach mentioned that you lost your left foot at a young age, which has shaped your journey in powerful ways. How has that experience influenced your decision to study exercise science and pursue a future in the prosthetics field?
Yeah, so when I was about four, I lost half of my left foot, so I became an amputee. So I've been about 16 years now going to get regular prosthetics appointments. So I get a prosthetic to even help me walk and run and all the daily living tasks and everything. So I realized coming into college, I wasn't really so sure what I wanted to do. But then looking into like where I was in my life, and I had two goals. One, to know like I wanted to help people, but I also wanted to be like very hands-on and being able to problem solve. So I was like, wait, that's what prosthetics and orthotics are. And I'm like, I can take my experience and show the future generations that I'm helping that like anything is possible because I've been able to do it, and I know that you can be able to do it as well.
How would you say your experience with a prosthetic has shaped your experience as a student athlete?
It's definitely been challenging in some aspects. So like I will have a prosthetic on deck that I'll walk around with. So I'm sure many people I've competed against or even like fans in the stands have seen me walk around with it. So just to help me like move on deck. But when it comes to swimming, I don't wear it at all. But I mean, it's definitely been interesting. Like when it comes to swimming, like I don't get to like push off with both feet like everyone else or like pushing off the block. It's all mostly just my right leg doing all the work. So it's definitely been some challenges to like tweak that and figure out how str like my strongest points within those aspects. So I know like I can still push and be there with everyone. Just like I'm always gonna be a little bit behind in a way. But like outside of that, I think it's been fun to like swim, like the show that people with like amputations or disabilities can swim as well.
What advice would you give to younger swimmers or even athletes in general out there that might be dealing with similar situations, whether it's amputees, disabilities, anything like that?
Advice I would give is how would you know if you never try? That's like the mantra I guess I always like think when I like don't know how what I'm like going into a situation I'm not confident in is like you never know. Like you can try and say, "Oh, I tried. Maybe let's not do that again," but you never know where you're gonna land if you don't try it.
You recently earned a spot in Olivet's all-time top 10 for the 400 individual medley. What does that accomplishment mean to you?
It definitely means a lot. Like again, coming from I'm considered a para swimmer, so I've been like classified through the Paralympics as a classification of an S10. So being able to be like, oh, like I can compete with these like other able-bodied swimmers and keep up with them, but it also it's like a huge accomplishment for me because I always have felt behind in a way. So like being able to be like, oh, I actually accomplished this time and in like the history book is pretty cool to me.
How have you continued to grow as a swimmer, and what are your goals moving forward, the rest of your junior year and into your senior year?
Definitely like growing as a swimmer, I've been focusing on my technique a lot more to like really push where I can for making up for the lack of not really having a full foot. So like being able to still compete with everyone and show that like I can do it. But definitely like goal wise is just to continue to push as hard as I can at swimming and academics and just see where that land like gets me.
I like to close out each interview with a fun question. You said you're super into music. So, what is your current go-to hype song right now?
Oh, Thunderstruck by AC/DC. That's been my go-to for a few years, so
I love that.
it's still
Well,
current.
well, Sophia, thank you so much for taking the time to speak with me today, and best of luck to you and your team the rest of the season.
Thank you.